Hey, what's up guys, Mashine here, coming back with a brand new video for you guys. Today we're going to be checking out our current investments, doing a little bit more of new investments at the end, 50 brand new dollars. So checking out our current investments, we can see that we are up about 20% in the past month. Very significant increase in the past month, and diving a little bit deeper, you can see that most of that came from the cases. In fact, a 40% increase on our clutch cases is a lot of profit. However, the area that held us back the most was the Antwerp capsule for the contenders. However, we predicted that, which is exactly what we want to see. This is a great start. We're going to be continuing it after a quick word from today's sponsor. The sponsor for today's video is SkinSwap. Now, SkinSwap is the premier place for CSGO skins and Rust skins. They've got a trading feature with highly competitive rates. They've got a super easy to use selling feature. And if you're looking to deposit today, you're going to be getting a 40% bonus on your deposit. And the best thing, if you sign up with the link in the description, you're going to be getting a free case worth up to $150. So what are you waiting for? Join today and fill all of your CSGO skin needs. Now, giving you the rundown of the current state of the market, first I want to start with the active duty cases. Obviously, we saw a lot of increases for the active duty cases when that update came out that changed the way cases were dropped. However, looking at the current prices of cases, specifically the active duty ones, I still think that they're way overpriced for the investment opportunity that they very slightly have. In my opinion, when we look at unboxing numbers and such, the only two that have a very slight argument are the snakebite and the fracture, and both of these at this point are still looking a way too expensive for me personally to be thinking about investing into them. And the way the case market is currently, I think there's definitely better opportunities in some of the rare cases. And checking out rare cases specifically, we're starting to see a lot of great trends form. The first of which is the clutch case has gone ahead and taken back the #1 spot for the most unboxed rare case, with the Danger Zone and the Prisma 2 just very slightly behind. The biggest thing I want to point out is when we look at the day graph specifically, I don't usually look at this because it's not the greatest representation of data, but we can see that the clutch case right now is a very highly demanded case, almost being unboxed as much as the snakebite or the revolution case. Obviously that one's unboxed a little bit more, but still, this is very significant because this is definitely the reason why we're seeing such significant price increases for the clutch case, although a lot of the rare cases are seeing very nice increases, as we've mentioned in the previous video. Now, looking at rare cases overall, I would say there's definitely a couple at this point that are not of any interest to me personally. That's going to be the CS20 case and the Horizon case. Both of these are on the cheaper end of cases, and I do still think that long term they're probably going to be fine, although I'm not the biggest fan of the CS20 case. The Horizon's at least a little bit better, but these two are currently sitting very poorly in the unboxing numbers, currently under 100,000 in the past week for the CS20 case, and we know this case is a very undesirable one, and honestly I think it's been very overhyped its entire career, so I would definitely stay wary of that one. The Horizon case is a little bit better, however it's extremely overshadowed by its younger brother in the Danger Zone case. Danger Zone case almost unboxed 3 times more than what we're seeing for the Horizon case. They've got the same rare special item, and the Horizon case overall just isn't as desirable for so many more people. Now, keeping on that same topic of things I would highly suggest you avoid, I'm going to throw in Paris. Now, obviously Paris isn't out yet with the sale, however that doesn't mean that we can't start preparing for it, and part of preparing for it is realizing when the best time to buy is. And the best time to buy Paris is going to be towards the end, not towards the middle or the beginning of the sale, and this is for a number of different reasons. The first of which is just if we see any currency conversion issues, this is something we just want to go ahead and get rid of the possibility of losing out because of this. The second of them is going to be that sometimes capsules do lose interest over the sale and start dipping below 25 cents. If you're going to invest no matter what, this could be the better opportunity, as you're going to be able to get more capsules for the same price. And the third is you want to have the most information possible when you go to invest, and you're just going to be able to get that towards the end of the sale, not in the beginning or even the middle. We're going to be able to get all the information towards the end and see how many people are unboxing these, how many people are applying these, and what capsule specifically must be the best opportunity for you to pursue. Now, talking about skins we're going to be picking up as an investment, we are going to pick up a couple in just a quick minute, but I do want to say for the most part, skins are not going to appreciate and value anywhere close to what you're going to see with a capsule or a case. Skins are kind of the things you go when you're looking to maintain value, and therefore at this time, I'm not going to be looking to pick up too much for skins. I do still think there are an opportunity, which we'll talk about in a minute, but the skin market is just not where I would want to be at if we're going to talk about investments to make. Obviously, we have the summer sale coming up in just around 2 weeks, which could be a potential time to pick up some skins, but we're not investing for that. We're not talking about that in this video. In this video, we're talking about things we're going to be holding long term, and considering we're just looking at market price for a lot of these skins, I see no reason to buy for the majority of them. And talking about the general capsule market of Stockholm and Antwerp, I honestly would really like to pick up some more of these when we're talking about Antwerp capsules. However, I'm not going to, for a couple different different reasons. The first of which is Antwerp and Stockholm, like we mentioned in the previous video, are stuck in a little bit of a game of chicken with the Paris sale, because these capsules are not going to be doing anything until we see that Paris sale. And I honestly thought we would see the Paris sale by now. I was kind of holding off on making this video, and yet we still haven't seen the Paris sale, which is very frustrating, but it also goes ahead and eliminates the opportunity of us investing into Antwerp and Stockholm, because I want to go with things that are going to be currently moving. I invested into the capsules of Antwerp in the past video because I assumed by now we would see a Paris sale and we could see what had happened for these capsules. And to further that argument a little bit more, the Antwerp Contenders is currently sitting at a very decent ROI, and its price point has not really moved yet, when the Challengers and the Legends have started to move a little bit more for Antwerp. Now, when we're talking about investments, the biggest thing I highly suggest you go and try and look for is investments that are on the cheaper end, but also have a lot of great factors about them. This is because we want investments that everyone can obviously get into. If we're talking about items that are already $100, you've just priced out a significant amount of the player base, because they're not going to be spending $100 on one, any specific item, or two, an investment in general. We want things that people are going to be continually buying up. By going for something that is on the cheaper end now, we can definitely watch as it matures into potentially becoming that investment that is extremely expensive, but it's going to be cheap for a significant amount of time. And that's exactly what we want to see when we're talking about items that are available for so many different people. But without further ado, hopping on into the investments I'm currently buying up, the first thing is going to be the Operation Wildfire case. Now, this one is for a couple different reasons. The first of which is it's sitting at a very healthy ROI. You know I like ROI. ROI is a great indicator that the case is sitting in a healthy position. The second thing, though, is the unboxing numbers for this, especially when we look in the very short term right now, are extremely promising. Now, looking at the past month, these numbers look nothing special for the Wildfire case. Even the past week is definitely a bit of an improvement, but still not anything crazy. However, looking at the past day, it's definitely a lot more variable, but it's on the higher end of this group of the older, a little bit more expensive cases. Finally, to go along with this, the ROI of this one is not made up of the knives, but rather the skins, and if CS2 does release, the skins are probably going to go up in value, which is the reason I went with the Wildfire case. After that, I also went with some of the Prisma case, just because I wanted to have a cheaper case alternative. I think the Prisma case is definitely one that's solid, but not anything special or to write home about. The third thing I went for is skins, and I went for some filler skins. This one isn't for any reason specifically, but I think these filler skins are ones that definitely have a very strong future. I'm not sure when I'm going to sell them, and honestly, this is more of a flip rather than a long-term investment. And then I also decided to go ahead and grab a couple shadow cases, just because these are ones like in the previous episode, like the Falcon case, that get caught up in the hype and can do relatively well in periods where we're seeing a lot of growth in the overall market. But that's pretty much all I got for today. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day.